Hello, and happy Thursday, and good morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is where you are. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone can see me and hear me all right. Okay. So yeah, and also welcome to my last regularly scheduled sprint stream for a while. But because I am taking the summer off, taking basically June, July, and a portion of August off. But I will definitely be in the chats, and I have lots of things coming over the next few months. So there's that. Also, hi, have fun. How are you doing? And Rachel D. Adams is here as well. And Maggie's here, Mama Maggie Ward. How are you? How is everyone today? Okay. So yes, this is I'm kind of hung up on this, but yes, this is my last stream for a little while. That said, I have something coming up. It looks like I have something penciled in for the 13th. That will be my next interview for that has to do with not necessarily Necronomicon this time, but Necronomicon, Tampa's sister con, little sister con they call it, that is. It's called Southern Media Con, and I will be interviewing just a lovely person about it, and so that'll be a lot of fun. And then also in June, I'm going to now that I've gotten some things off my plate, I can focus more on my own stuff, on my own writing and projects, and see if I can make a certain deadline. But excuse me, I had a couple of projects that just took a little bit longer than I thought would. So, but these things happen. But anyway, excuse me. But if you are watching and you're new here, hi, I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and I write. I am a writer, editor, and artist, and sometimes I say what ties all three of those things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction. You might hear hubby in the background, but I'm doing my best to talk into my microphone. Let's see. So as a writer, I am polishing up, wrapping up, sending to betas my first completed book, which is called the Fairy Glossary and Guide for Writers, which is definitely one of my passion projects, as well as my novel. So because I had done a lot is an understatement, but a lot of research for my novel, because I wanted to represent actual mythologies and folklore and related magical systems, I guess you could say. And so because I had done so much research and I had this essentially backlog of research, and so I had that, and then I was also thinking about some sort of client magnet, which a lot of you know about reader magnets, but as a client magnet, I thought I had an idea a couple years ago. It was 2 years ago this past spring, that was essentially, well, why couldn't there be a glossary or some kind of a style guide or something having to do with some of the most researched fairy mythology and folklore is from the UK, which is a good portion of my novel is set in the UK, essentially, and so I thought, well, there's a continuum there because I do love reading and writing, obviously, fantasy and as well as science fiction and some other things, all related, all under the science fiction and fantasy umbrella. But anyway, thus the Fairy Glossary and Guide for Writers was born, and once I started talking about it during my streams, people said they were interested. And I've had a lot of positive feedback, and so I kept going, and so it is almost real. Goodness. So anyway, that will be my main focus for the summer, is to get everything taken care of for that, and so and there's that, and then also I have the AuthorTube writing conference, because I'm speaking about line editing. About line editors, kind of about what line editors do, but what they don't do, and they don't take away your voice, folks. So if you're worried about that, that is not something a professional editor would do. So anyway, it's all about that, and I'm going to get all the details and let everybody know. Maybe I'll put up a short or a shortish video about plans for June. Okay, all of that done. This is a stream for Heart Breathing, so I'm going to be and a sprint stream. So let's focus on that more now. I just wanted to get some news out of the way. So yeah, let's see. So traditionally, I start with a 25-minute classic Pomodoro sprint. How does that sound to everybody? Start with 25 minutes. And then also traditionally, I will take my first sprint, starting to say stream, I wouldn't be a stream without that, maybe, and I will put up a poll about and ask everybody to vote on the second sprint, how long you would like it. Usually that's 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Sometimes I'll pop in 50 minutes as a choice as well. Have fun like that. Got 1 more minute on the timer. Let's see. So yeah, what is everybody working on, by the way? I'm sorry, I didn't ask that. What is everybody working on? What is everybody doing? Mostly I'm getting into my planners. And then for the bulk of the rest of the morning, I will be in my planners and getting down to it, getting some things wrapped up in the manuscript, in the fairy glossary, and working on verifying folks who would like to read and be a beta reader. Excuse me. All right. Have Friends working on my Shifter romance book too. Awesome. That sounds fun. Okay. All right. Well, I will go ahead and do that then. Let's put 25 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. I'll see you on the other side, and take care of yourselves. Get whatever you need. Do whatever you need to do for yourselves. Okay, how did everybody do? Excuse me. What did you do? I have gotten a lot of scheduling taken care of for the rest of the week. And just sorting things out for the most part. So, second sprint, I might just get into my presentation stuff for the AWC. So, let's see. Just as soon as we started the first sprint, P. Fleetwood came in. Hi, how are you doing? Hello, hope everyone's doing well. Maggie hopped off because she was going to start recording. So good luck with that. Hope everything goes well. Also, Shannon came in. Hi, made friends with the like button. Thank you very much, Shannon. Thank you for coming by. See you around the chats. I also, that was just another reminder about Heart Breathings, that these sprints are hosted on behalf of Heart Breathings on Facebook, and all group rules apply. Let's see. Also, Rita came in. Hi, Rita Slenina. Do believe I'm pronouncing that well, but let me know. I don't like to mispronounce people's names. Say good morning and hi all. Oh, have fun. Wrote around 400 words. Awesome. P. Fleetwood, 197. Awesome. Rachel keeps lagging and kept lagging and had to refresh. Okay. Yeah. So I also did just a little bit of stream admin. I thought that was off. Sorry, with my things going on. Let's see. Rachel is working on getting rid of a headache. No words, but did rearrange things in my planner. Yes. So, yeah. So no editing happened. Either I did basically the same thing, moved some things around and looked at what I should be able to get done for the rest of the week and the weekend. That said, today is the last day of school for my son, so he won't have school tomorrow, and then also this is the last day of school today, all that stuff. Hence the reason why I'm taking a break for the summer from streaming for Heart Breathings. That said, at least for my regularly scheduled streams, one of the things I also was wanting to do today is to see if I can get sign up for Double Down Day, which is next Saturday. I'm going to see if I can I'll work myself in essentially. So Rachel, I still have several things to do in Spirit City, so I'll probably do other things until the head feels better. Okay, so, see, I'm still learning about that, about Spirit City. I keep seeing that. Yeah, very curious about that. So, okay. And then one thing I will do sometime today, I will be getting into Discord. So if anybody is following me there, I will be in there periodically, at least once a day, probably. Most days, I'll see what I can do about that. And so that's another way to reach me. Hi, Stacy. Who is Stacy V is brainstorming characters and scenes today. Thought so. Just wanted to make absolutely sure, because right. So Rachel is talking about that Spirit City. I wanted to say Sprint for some weird reason. It's a cute tool game on Steam PC that has a character, music, and pomodoros. Gamifies sprinting. I was going to say basically the same thing. So that's very cool. All right. So Rita is having one more cup of coffee to push through this commercial deadline. Oh, commercial for what, if you don't mind my asking? Again, I hope my mic is not picking up hubby's work phone calls. Speaking of coffee, let's see. Yes, because I'm in a way pushing through. But anyway, yes, as you probably saw, I was dealing with stickies. Not brand name stuff, but it should work for the moment. I do have some real Post-its. They're not. Oh, I was gonna say they're not super sticky, but they are. But they are so. They are also the recycled ones. Found a good deal at my pharmacy. Excuse me, essentially. And was able to use, those coupons, essentially my CVS coupons. So, which I was thinking, boy, why didn't I think of that before? So, let's see. Rita, for a cool product this time. Gotcha. It's a tallow balm. So naturally you can eat it. That has been one of my standards in the past. I mean, when I heard years ago, this was probably, I don't know, maybe upwards of 30 years ago, I heard that at that time anyway, on average, a woman ingests 7 pounds of lipstick over the course of her lifetime. And I was like, I'm not putting that on my skin ever again. And I don't even use lipstick. No. See, there we go. But anyway, I do like as natural products as I can swing. But anyway, we're gonna start our second sprint in just a minute here. I'm going to check the timer. We got 50 and 50, folks. Would anybody like to put in their 2 cents? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. One of the rules around here is if you can eat it, you can slather it on. Yeah. Yeah, when I heard about you can actually use coconut oil as a sunscreen, I've done that. Been there, done that. So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. And you actually really like it. You like how it feels and all? So, yeah. So I think, that's great that you like it too, that it works for you as well. So that's great. Do you get free product because of your commercial work? Speaking of which, I have a family member who's done a little bit of commercial work. Who was a bit of an actress and singer and stuff. But let's see. Yeah, because when we put lipstick on or whatever and then eat, you're gonna ingest it, right? Anyway, moving on, and then checking the free products. Nice. It's still 50-50, so that's great. I'll give it another minute. We should probably start the second sprint. So, if I don't see a difference momentarily, I will make an executive decision and go ahead and start the second sprint. Okay, I let that go through the internet, I hope. And all right, executive decision made. I'll just set that for 30 minutes. One sec. Work with an agency. That's cool. Nice. Okay, so yeah, anyway, so I was just thinking about, we did like 30 minutes, good. Hold on 1 second. Let me just go ahead and start it over. Okay, so I've talked for quite a while, so let's go ahead and get our second sprint started. So yeah, during this sprint, I was thinking about working on on my presentation. That said, I think I will do that during the third sprint. Second sprint, I'm actually going to look at my fairy guide stuff. I'm going to look at my documents, get into my documents, and so that's what I'll do. If you have not had a break lately, it's a good idea to take one. I promise it will help with all kinds of things. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to get up and walk around. I think that'll help me to kind of stay focused, and I need to anyway. See, that was my brain wanting to do something else earlier, but no, I'm gonna get into my edits real quick. I'm just finishing up my edits, and so I'll work on that. Okay. if you want to let everybody know what specifically you're doing, you can. Setting your intention can be very helpful, and that's what I just did. All right, well, let's start our second sprint, everybody, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. I'm drinking water too. Okay, how did everybody do? Let's see. So I got up, walked around a little bit, had a small snack. Nothing much, nothing to write home about. I did make some changes to my manuscript, looked at some written out, printed out, scribbled on changes, because sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes I really enjoy doing that, especially for my own stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I got through the first. Let's see, the first. About 2 pages. Okay. Most of the second page. So, let's see. So, also, there was one other thing I was going to do. I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I will be doing some apparently last minute stream admin and popping some links in the chat for all kinds of streams happening for the rest of the day today, and all the heart breathings information that you might like, that you may need. Okay. So let's see. I did not pop in a break timer, but what we could kind of get back into it. Let's just give us 5 minutes from now. So we'll start again at the 30 minutes after the hour. So that seems like a good idea. So yeah. So I'm pretty happy with the changes I made. I also had to I did want to verify one more time the spelling of the Tuatha de, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, Danann, or I've heard of it being pronounced as Danann, so it might be Tuatha de Danann, and then the Dina she. Made 100% sure of my spellings for those, and because they are mentioned in the first couple of pages of the introduction. So right now I'm just focusing on the introduction. Make sure I'm making the changes that I want, and all that. So how'd you do? Also, a couple of lovely folks popped in the chat, like Miss Julie Jean Daniels, who is another Heart Breathings admin / streamer, and who's been having lots of really cool content lately. Loving the weather here today. Thunderstorms, but not scary. Sounds perfect to me. I love that kind of stuff too. Love those days. It was pretty rainy here, down here, for Mother's Day, and it was lovely. I just wanted to stay home and relax and read, honestly, and hang out with my guys. So that's exactly what we did. Also, Yolanda Justin stopping by to hit the like button before leaving for an appointment. Enjoy your summer. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in shorts and pop-ups. Yes, that's my plan. Also, Zaina, correctly? What? My mouth is not wanting to work. Hi, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, I'll definitely be around in chats and other things. Let's see, Rachel got the kitchen cleaned and collected all the mail that's been piling up in other areas. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Yeah, I get this. Yeah, I actually did just a little bit of cleaning in my kitchen, which I will be doing more of this afternoon because we might be having some family visit. So, studying for my last exam. Love it. My goodness, Heffron already has 1,100 words today. Wow, wonderful. Very cool. You got this. I know you wanted, what did you say earlier? You had a goal? I think you said something earlier. Maybe I'm wrong as I go through the chat. Let's see. And Jordan's here. Hello. Hi, Rachel, Heather. Read it in chat. Rachel is working through last minute updates of right now advertising. Oh, it is 30 after the hour for the fantasy competition. Yes, there is a On the Wings for Writers fantasy competition happening. And that when did that open? That opened what's today? Today's the 29th. That opened really recently, I know. So I was kind of thinking of contributing. We'll see. Maybe I'll do some brainstorming later tonight. Evenings are good for that. So very cool. Okay. Coffee's worth it. Okay. Rita says, all right, let me see here. Let me pop in about 25 minutes to wrap things up. I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah. All right. Well, as it's already running, I will see you guys on the other side of this sprint. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. So thank you earlier, Rita. Okay. Do whatever you need to do for yourselves, guys, and see you after. Okay, how did everybody do? That was our last sprint. Let's see. Okay. I did make some, I did do some editing reading. In addition, popped a bunch of things in. Make sure I'm saving. Make sure you save. And let's see, I popped a bunch of things in the chat. Just kind of, let's see. All right. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but good job to P. Fleetwood, 364 words, awesome. Congratulations, everybody, on their productivity. So, On the Wings for Writers anthology is due on May 31st, so there's just a couple more days. Yeah, I've been very busy lately. Exactly this. You all are doing awesome. So, right now is a competition, but that has to do with that channel. Is that correct? The channel called Right Now. Submissions are closed, but you're working on advertising. That's cool. I also popped in things to do with heart breathings. If anybody is not a member and is intrigued about the group, again, they do a lot. They have lots of different events, and they have basically the admins for the group are the streamers, and it's just a lot of super nice people who who work to keep the group positive and supportive, and it's really great. Okay. Here is excuse me, a link to the Heart Breathings website, where you will see all the full schedule and all of the other things, how the schedules are in terms of the special events. Double Down Day. Double Down Day is always the first Saturday of the month. Excuse me. And is a good way of carving out time for working on the weekend, because it is back-to-back streams by Heart Breathings streamers. And then the other one, the virtual writing retreat, is a weekend-long thing that is quarterly. And that should be in the first month of the quarter of a calendar year, regular calendar year. Subtract link to the calendar. What is this? Am I missing? Something didn't go through for some reason. But Diane is sprinting after me at 2 p.m. Eastern. Also, Jenna is having a pop-up stream at 5 p.m. And Jody Jean Daniels is on at 8 p.m. Eastern. All the times I mentioned are Eastern. Also, here's the AuthorTube spreadsheet. A good place to go and find more sprints that will fit into your schedule. So, Xena Kingdom, oh, sorry, I missed that. pretty good progress. Awesome. Eastern time right now is 1 o'clock p.m. Just after 1 o'clock p.m. Did I mention you earlier, Eva? I saw you come in. Don't remember. Maybe I don't quite remember. Sorry. Got house tasks done. Food order set to arrive later. Nice. The AC repairman coming later. Yeah, get that done now if it's not too hot yet there. Thank goodness our AC is working because it's been exceedingly hot and it's been, feels like of triple digits lately, so, you know, no sleeves. So, let's see. Anyway, P. Fleetwood, 285 words, nice. Have fun. 1,600 words so far today, and your goal was 2,000 for the day. Am I remembering that correctly? And Jody Jean Daniels is working with Central Time there. So 7 p.m. Central she's on, also known as 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's fine. No biggie. Eva says, going to warm up tomorrow, but it's been it's been out over a week, but we had lighter temps. Oh, yeah, definitely, thankfully. Asthma is over it, though. Oh, yuck. Yeah, I think I get that way, too, during, when it's been, yeah, when, you know, especially when temps go up and down and all kinds of things. It wreaks havoc on bodies, doesn't it? We don't have AC in Iceland, but we don't get very warm weather. That does make sense. But it gets warm for you, right, in the summer? If that makes any sense. It's warmer in the summertime. Sorry, I think I'm getting tired. My brain power's going south. Humidity is extra thick. Oh, like Florida thick. In the Midwest, very near the Mississippi River, so humid most times, but it's staying under 75. Nice. We haven't had under 75 lately. Oh, that sounds great. To me, Iceland don't have ACs, yeah. I think, I don't think Florida would not have the population it has without the advent of AC. During the time frame right around when a lot of Florida was becoming populated from folks from further north. So yeah, exactly. Excuse me, not hot does sound lovely. Okay, so it does get warmer in the summer. A lot of rain. Well, that's here too. As a matter of fact, we excuse me. We definitely have rainy season, which extends from May through November. May through November, which is also hurricane season here. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, our local hockey team is known as the Lightning. So, yeah. Because Tampa is the lightning capital of the world. So, our thunderstorms are quite spectacular here. And a lot of the areas where you walk into the stadium, the arena, there's lots of photography. There's lots of photography of lightning taken throughout the area. It's fascinating. I think. I love looking at photography of it. I don't know. I don't think I would be one of those photographers, although it's really interesting to look at, but I don't know if I could be one of those because you'd have to be awfully close to it, generally speaking. Rain from May to November too, then snow, but I've not seen real snow in decades. I haven't seen real snow since, I don't know. I honestly can't remember. I visited some family in North Carolina where there's been ice, but I don't think we've ever been there for snow. Yeah, I don't think we've ever been there when it has snow, when there's snow on the ground there. But we've driven into certain places where, like Blowing Rock, they had ice at Christmas time when we were there at Christmas time years ago. But I don't remember ever seeing snow there. It would we'd leave and then, it snowed the day after you left. Of course it did. So I don't think I've seen real snow since I lived in Atlanta, ironically, where it snows 2 inches and the whole city shuts down. So, whatever. So it's gone by the end of the day, but no school. So, excuse me. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is normal for us, like today. Oh, nice. That is winter here in my area. Snow isn't as fantastic as Denver snow. It gets hard and frozen quickly. Yeah, that's from what I've heard from my husband, Eva. That's not fun to walk on or try to do things in. Changing temps and humidity. That makes a lot of sense. Denver snow, it's like the movies. Yeah. Do recommend if you can ever get out there and it's not even cold. So beautiful. Yeah. I do have some family that live out in Colorado in what's the word I'm looking for? Steamboat Springs. There we go. I have family in Steamboat Springs, and I've seen some really cool pictures. I haven't had a chance to get out that way, but it would be cool. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I think I'm starting to lose my voice. Snow is here from November to March. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, same. Highs have been around 93 here this week. And feel, like I said earlier, feels like of triple digits. And it's not quite June yet, folks. Oh goodness. Oh well. But you have room to keep your family overnight if you need to stop over my area. That would be awesome. Yeah, maybe eventually I'd like to get over there. I think hubby is taking his lunch break, so I might sign off. Just because of whatever. Unless hubby wants to stick his head in the door. We'll see. P. Fleetwood in the Mojave. It's going to be in the low 90s. Excuse me, I miss snow too. I've been miss the humidity. Sorry, my voice. See some mid 80-degree temps in the next week. Hope the AC is fixed. Yeah. Same. Oh, okay. I guess he went outside. I wonder if he took the dog. It's, you know, it's okay. But yeah, it's warm for me too. I'm getting very sensitive to the heat lately. I would much prefer, I mean, you know, living in the Atlanta area, I just fell in love with it for many reasons. Excuse me. One of which is 4 seasons. Excuse me. Here it's more or less 2 to 3 seasons in terms of temperature wise. You're welcome, Zaina. Do one for me too, but it's coming for me. It's coming, yes. Thank you very much, and I mean, you're welcome. And it's nice hanging out with you guys, kind of stretching out a little bit further, but because anything coming up for me, sprints wise or whatever involving YouTube, is going to be kind of sporadic, but I will do things when I can. Like I said, on June 13th, I will be interviewing this wonderful lady whose name is Deborah Hicks, having to do with, excuse me, not just Necronomicon Tampa, but having to do with, I'm so sorry, having to do with, wow, it's a little sister con called Southern Media Con, which takes place in my neck of the woods over here in Pinellas County, in Clearwater, Florida, next month, the weekend of June 20th through 22nd. So, as I'm involved with that con too a bit, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing folks there. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for chatting with me. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and thanks so much for watching. Thank you to anybody watching the replay, especially if you've got this far. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful summer. But again, I will see you guys very soon. And also, I did want to mention, I keep forgetting to mention, I will have my Discord sprinting group. I'm still going to keep going with it. Sorry, I just forgot. This month it's the 25th. It is free. I'm suspending fees for that at the moment, but it is going to be free at least throughout the summer, and I'll see how it goes from there. If anybody wants extra spins but doesn't necessarily want to pop into YouTube for any reason whatsoever, or just wants a different space. So that is on the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern in my Discord. There is now a link below to that. And so, yes. Also, information about my book, my upcoming book. Oh, my upcoming book. Anyway, see everybody around, and great job, everybody. Absolutely. See you around the chats, and see you around YouTube. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.